Good.
All right, we are back. Technical difficulties. So we reset the router. So hopefully everything will go okay.
Can you let us know if you can see and hear us?
Hello again.
We just got switched to my computer, and we were crossing our fingers that it would recognize the document camera, and it did. You are wonderful.
I figured we would need some
gosh.
sugar, so
Ooh.
I brought you dessert. Do you want a chocolate or there's?
Oh, I think I'll have one of these guys. Thank you.
See if it sticks.
So
It does.
pretty.
Ignore my
Okay,
feet.
good.
Chocolate or no chocolate?
I'll just have one of those little ones.
Yes, chocolate or no chocolate?
Oh, no chocolate.
There you go.
Thank you.
Ooh,
Okay,
thank
good
you.
luck to you guys. I'm so glad it worked.
Alrighty, they can see and hear me.
Awesome. And Kathy delivered us sweets, so
Yeah.
we're all set. I'm gonna get a Diet Coke, and all is right with the world.
Okay. Alrighty. So where we ended was we had our card front and we were putting our foam tape on the back of these. Now what we're going to do is we are going to position these on our card. So I'm going to leave about 1/8 of an inch at the top. And then I'm going to put this one on and leave 1/8 of an inch. And then this one, 1/8 of an inch. And this one, 1/8 of an inch. And this one, 1/8 of an inch. And this one, 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so if we just leave that little 1/8 of an inch in between them all, they should fit on perfectly. Okay? So you can start at the bottom and leave 1/8 of an inch and work your way up, or you can start at the top, or you can turn it to the side, however you're comfortable doing it. So I am going to start at the top. So I'm removing my tape backing. I've got that 1/8 of an inch, and I'm laying this down like so. Okay? And that looks pretty straight. Now, if you were really finicky about it, you could draw lines, but I'm just kind of just eyeballing it.
If you were working on a mat with a grid, you could just temporarily tape your card down, and you could use your
Right.
grid lines to help you keep
Right.
straight.
And I mean, if you have a little left over at the bottom or whatever, that's fine. Or if you are going right to the bottom, it's fine.
I always say if anyone is criticizing your handmade cards, that's the last handmade card they get.
My family saves them all. My mom has saved all my cards since 1975 when I started making cards for her. She got them all. Did your mom have a box of your cards? Yeah. Alrighty, so that's what it looks like. But doesn't it look so cool in person? Like you really see that depth. I think, anyways.
The reflection of the gold paper adds to it too.
Yeah. Look at this. Did everybody enjoy their cookie? And then there's a little mini cheesecake.
It's all delicious.
What bakery is it from?
I don't know. There is one right nearby here. I forget what it's called. And across the road is Krusty Bun, which I love because it's all German stuff.
Oh, best cookie ever. Well, that's good. Whenever you take a virtual class with me, I always make you a cookie. I'll make Christmas cookies for the Christmas one. Alrighty. So now we are going to arrange flowers. Now I'm going to take this and I'm just going to put a temporary adhesive. So I'm just going to put a teeny tiny bit of adhesive there. Boy, those are sweet. Holy,
So
your
good.
face is so red. You don't
Worth
care.
it.
And I'm just going to put this on temporarily. So it's kind of, I've got it even with the second one from the bottom, like that. Now, the reason I did that is because, oh, you didn't share.
Yeah, Anna says she shared her cookie with her beagle.
Okay, so our dog Guster, Grandma always shares food with him. However, I was told by the vet that I'm not allowed to do that anymore. He gained 1 point some pounds last year, which is too much for him. He's a little chunky.
It's probably like 5% of his body weight.
So, anyways, all right. So we're going to start putting these flowers on. Now, what I'm going to do with this large flower is I'm going to cut it in half right down here. Okay. So I'm just going to go down here. So I've got my scissors this first stem here. The first stem. And then I'm just going to cut right across like that. Okay. So it was the first stem, and I just cut right across to this little leaf here. So this one I'm going to just kind of slide under here like that. Okay. I'm going to cut this stem off. Now I'm just dry fitting again. I'm just going to put that one there. And then I have the other half. I'm going to cut the stem off of it. And I'm going to put it up here like that. So there's another way of using the large flower. I've done this several times on other projects. It's cold down here. It's making my nose run.
I'll cast on my next blanket. Maybe I'll have it done by the time we're finished. I'm exaggerating. I will in no way have a blanket done this afternoon.
Alrighty. So those are going there. So I think I will put this one here. Okay, and then I'm going to put this one here. So you see why I have not glued this down yet, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to tuck all of these in. So then I'm taking this one and I'm going to tuck that in here like that. Doesn't that look pretty? I think I'm gonna put this smaller one in there. I don't think I need that big one. Yeah, that looks better.
I'll just have this here for you when you need it.
All right, so that's the way it's going to look. So I just put the smaller one there. Alrighty. So now I can tape them in. So I'll just take this one out. And tuck that in. Okay, and then I'll take this one. And there we go. Very pretty. So then once this is done, I'm going to put foam tape on the back of this. Okay, so now I've put some strips of foam tape on the back of my arch. Bring my card in here. And I'm going to attach it to the center there. And we'll just put that in the center. So pretty. There we go. Love it. All right, now I've got these left over. Put that there. And one of these leaves. And then I have flowers. Say what words cannot. And that's going to go right there. How pretty is that?
Connie's asking, what brand of foam tape are you using?
iCraft.
That sounds right. Do you want me to go get a package?
Yeah. It's a big roll.
I think we have another brand here too.
Okay. So this is the one that I use. It's called Crafty Foam Tape. It's a huge roll. And it's $34.99 and you get all that tape.
I think it's 50 feet or something. It says.
Yeah. But this is the one I use. I think it's great. And then they also have, this is a thin one. And then this is the
Half inch.
it's $5.99. Then you get 4 meters.
Those are good sizes for taking to a crop.
Yeah. Yeah, mine looks small, but it's just, it used to be that big. So those are the tapes. No worries, darling. You can always finish it at the end. So pretty. I love it. It's just a really cool style of card. All right. Alrighty. So we have done 3 cards. Now we're going to open up the second package. Alrighty. number 2 package. We'll open it up now again. Be careful when you're opening it. This one's got lots of little pieces in it.
So maybe you should tell some of our new people about your kit making process now that you're doing them at home with Paulette. and
Oh,
me.
yes. So this is my, since I don't have a store anymore and I want to continue making kits for Scrapbook Cottage, I have 2 wonderful volunteers. I've known them for over 25 years. And I used to work at Michael's before I had my store. I did classes at Michael's, and I met my Linda and Paulette at Michael's. And I also had a business called Made in the Shade, and I did cut and pierced lampshades. Now, I know some of you made some of those lampshades years ago. I used to be at Scattered Seeds. And Linda and Paulette made lampshades with me. So we're going back 25 years. So then they started coming to my store and retiring and started making kits with me. So now what they do is they come to my house on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and they come after lunch, and I make them dinner, and we cut paper and kit. And we have a really fun time. So sometimes I work ahead and start cutting and whatnot, and they finish up. But we have a real system, and then I do the handout, and it's quite a process for sure. But we have fun. Alrighty, let's take the top one off, and let's see if this one, yeah. All right, so this is card number 4. Okay, and again, I don't know what flowers.
I haven't heard any suggestion that 4 is not correct.
Yeah, it's one without the large one. If that helps you, it's all small flowers. All right, now inside this kit, you have one of these little papers with the score lines on it. You have this with the arch cut. Now with this arch, I used those Spellbinder ones right here, because this, I cut the hole out of this and I used it on this card. So I cut this out and I used it on there. So that's how this card came about, because I made this card and I had this and I wanted to use it. So that's my process. So I have this, and then I have the pink and the gold and the card. Okay, so first thing, we're going to attach the gold mat and the pink. There we go. Now there's also, I love my little stand, but there's also stands for the bigger ones as
ATG,
well,
yep.
for your ATGs. So
If you go to the online store and search Gabriel's Heart, you can see the whole assortment of
right.
things that Darlene and her husband have devised.
So we were talking about kits one day, and Cindy and I, this is at the Portage and
Valor.
Valor Road. But anyways, one Christmas card kit. We made 100 Christmas card kits. 100. We had made 50, and then we ended up more
Needed
people
more.
wanted them,
Yep.
so we made 50 more. And when we do the process of the kits, I'll say to Cindy, well, I think we'll make 24. And she'll go, no, you're making 36. Or I'll say, well, maybe we'll make 28. And she'll say, no, you're making 40.
And Marilyn will go, oh, surely we don't need 40. And I'll go, okay, you're right. So 56 then. She'll go, okay, then 48. You're right, 60. So we play this game often. It's quite fun.
We've done that lots. Okay, so I've got this ready. So now I love this style of card also because it goes flat. So we have our scored lines on both sides. So the first one, and again, I'm going to do them all Valley here because this is thick paper. And then I'm going to do it again the other opposite way. And that just really breaks the fibers up. And I'll use my bone folder. So now I'm going the opposite way. And then it really makes it flexible. Okay, so now it's flexible. So the first one is going to be a mountain fold. And then it's a valley fold. Oh no, that's a lie. That's a lie. The first one is a valley fold. The second one is a mountain fold. And the third one is a valley fold. And you get this accordion. So this one is a valley, mountain, valley. And then give it a good burnish with your bone folder. So when you're cutting the inside, you have to get an arc that is at least gives you 1/2 inch on each side so you don't see the papers. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm not taping this on yet. I'm just going to sit it here. Okay. I just want to get an idea of where my flowers are going to go. Okay. So you could take your pencil. Oops. And just draw a little registration line. Just tiny. We're going to erase them. So I just did a little one on the left, a little one on the right, not full lines at all. One at the bottom, one at the top. And then that just gives me a registration lines of how far my flowers can sit. Okay. Alrighty. So this is You're a Beautiful Soul. And that's going to go.
Can you show the folds again, please?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe show them from the top. Like, so you can see the V's. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So the first one on the left is a mountain fold, and then a valley fold, and then a mountain fold. And then this one is a valley fold, mountain fold, valley fold. So it looks like this.
So you've got a W or an M on each side.
Yeah, it's got a W or an M. Marilyn Watman.
Exactly.
So when it's pressed down, you don't see any of them, the sides. Okay, I'm bringing this back. So a beautiful soul is going to go here. And then I have a leaf that's going to go here. And I don't want to go past that pencil line. And then I have this that's going to go down here, like so. And then I have this one that's going to tuck in here like that. So this is the inside of the card. Okay, so I am going to put these in now. So this one is just going to the top of that pencil line. And this one is going here. So I've got it on either side of those pencil lines. And then this one, whoops. That one's going over a little bit, that's okay. All right. So now it looks like that. And then you can erase your little pencil lines. Alrighty. Okay, now I'm going to take this and I'm going to use my tape. And I'm putting tape on those 1/2 inch sections. Okay, and now I'm taking this and I am putting it. Now, if you want some wiggle room, you can always put liquid glue over top of your tape and then that'll let you wiggle it around. I'm just going for it. Okay, I'm just going to put it on. So you fold the sides in with your fingers and then you place it in the center on the front. So start at the top and kind of press down And there you go. And as you see, it pops and it'll lie flat. All right, I'll wait until you're done to this. I don't think it's as hot out today.
No, I think it's going to 25 or something. Much more reasonable.
Yeah.
Probably get a good cool sleep tonight.
Well, I was in bed last night and I was hot, hot, hot. And my cleaner had been there, and she, I guess when she was cleaning or washing the floors or whatever, she shut off my vent. So, because I thought there can't be any air conditioning coming out. So that was the problem. Otherwise, our house is freezing.
Remember the time at Pinewood that we were dying of heat?
Yeah.
And the woman came in to fix it for us and said, don't adjust it anymore. And we were just melting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were either frozen or boiling when we were there.
Usually boiling because of the pool, but that one time was just...
Yeah. All right. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to decorate this outside part. So I have this one and this one and this one. Okay. And they're going to go on there like that. So. Well, Cherry's mom does not have air conditioning.
Oh dear.
But she never has, so.
Mm-hmm.
And she lives in an old house. So the walls are thicker. And I'm going to put the leaf here and tuck it under there. How pretty is that? Beautiful, Lord. Love it. I don't even remember making these. That's how long ago it was. Yeah, Lucy, I love it too. All right. It says here, too low FPS. I don't know what that is.
Frames per second.
Oh, the current frame rate is too low. Please set it to 50 to 60. Where do you set that?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
You would think it would be
I'm
to
not
do with
gonna
the
worry about
camera,
it.
but you've never.
Alrighty,
changed it on the
let's
camera.
do, there's a little inside piece here. So you're going to take this piece. Now, mine has an extra fold on it that I don't want. You should just have one section and then two sections. So I'm just going to take my bone folder and take that out. So you are going to have one fold here and two folds on this side. Okay, omit that one if you have it on yours.
This is the same mechanism we had earlier.
Yeah, it's the same mechanism. All right, let's open our card. So we're going to take this and I'm going to put adhesive on each end. Okay. Now remember, I'm omitting that one. So I'm going to take this and I'm putting it up next to the score line, that center score line. Right there. I'm leaving about 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch on the right hand side. And then I'm going to close up my card just to catch that. And when you open it up, it's stuck to the other side. Okay. And then you're going to take the top and you're going to fold it down towards you. And then you're going to close up the card. And then you've got it, your little pop-up. Okay. And then you can put your flower on it. I guess I should have put stronger tape on that. It flipped off already.
Oh. You did your temporary.
Yeah, that
check
was my
first.
temporary. All right, so this, I'm going to take this off as well and put some suquang on it. I did that on purpose. All right, so we'll do it again. I'm going to take this with the one score line on this top part, and I'm going to put this right below the score line, leaving 1/2 inch on the side. And then I'm just going to tap that to catch it. All right. All right. Mine had an extra score line there, which I do not want. So I'm just taking my nail and erasing it. So this is, I put tape on this section and this section. So these are just the end sections, and that's where I put my tape. This has got 2 sections here. Tape on the bottom and then tape here. So the single section, I'm putting this up here. And I'm leaving 1/2 inch on this side. Okay, so it's up here just below the score line, and I've got 1/2 inch on this side. So I have a score line here, and then it jumps to a score line down here. All right, so now I'm going to close up the top and just push it so that it connects, attaches. Okay. And then I'm taking this top part and I'm folding it over on the second score line. There. I've got tape here. I've folded it over on the second score line. And then I'm going to close my card up. And then when I open it, I have my pop-up. Okay. And then I'm going to take my flower.
Maybe show them the side view again of that.
Now, where did my flower go?
Stuck to your sleeve or anything?
Maybe I have another one. I don't know. Where did it go? Oh, it's stuck to my shirt.
There you go.
All right, now I'm taking my flower and I'm putting it in like this. It's got my sweater fluff on it. And then close it up. Now, you could take leftover flowers and fill, you know, put some more in the bottom there if you wanted. I've got lots in here. I could stick that one in there, which I will do. There. Ta-da! So cool. Love it. Alrighty.
What number was that?
4. 2 left. The next one's a quick one. This one will take time.
Box cards are fun.
All right. I love this card too. So this one has an opening and then it pops up. Is that not cool? It's beautiful. Alrighty. All right, in this one, we have 2 pieces of gold twine. And then we have a circle. And then we have a mechanism. And then we have 2 pieces of paper that have been cut. All right, with the circle. So it's quite a large circle. I had put it away.
No wonder you wouldn't look for it there.
It's a 3-inch circle. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to attach these over top of that opening. Oh, and our flowers are easy. 2 of these. All right, so let's attach these. I'm putting my tools away as I use them. I'm not used to doing that. Oops. There we go. And then I'll put the pink one on. And put that right on there. There we go. So I'll wait until you're all done, and then we will continue that on to the next step, which is the mechanism. So this is the one we're doing right here. Alrighty. All right. So on this piece, it's scored at 1 inches, and we're going to fold all of them on mountain folds. Okay. All mountain folds. And give it a good burnish. And then we're going to fold these in. And I'm going to put tape on these areas, these sections that I folded in. I mean, you could open it up like this and put tape on either end, and then turn it over and fold them over. So it looks like that. All right, so it looks like this. And then you can see in the diagram here, I have that, and that's what this is right here. And now we're going to attach it. All right. So what we're going to do is, I'm not going to pull my tape off yet in case somebody wants me to show it again. But you're going to remove the tape backing. And then what you're going to do is you're going to place this in the center lining up the score lines. So I'm lining the score line up of my mechanism to the score line of the card. All right. So the line of the mechanism is in line with the score line of the card. All right. So you've got your tape, you've got it folded like this, and your tape on either side. So now I'm going to remove my tape backing. Okay, so now I've removed my tape backing and I'm flipping this over, and there's a score line in the center, and I'm going to match it up. So I'm just eyeballing the center of my card, and I'm lining this up, this score line on my mechanism to the score line on my card, and then pushing down, and then that's your mechanism. Okay.
And then show them from the side how it makes a square.
So now it looks like that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to attach this circle, and it's going to sit in here like that. So when it's attached, it will go through and be attached like that. Okay. So I'm going to put my tape up here. Do I do the whole thing? Okay, so I've put tape on this rectangle here, and then I'm going to take my circle and place it inside here like that and push down. And then when you open it, it pops up. Okay, so I'll wait until you're done that. This laptop is older than mine.
But yours might just need an update or something. Like often mine will behave funny, and then it's
Oh, I
when you
have
shut
not
it down,
updated
it'll
it.
update.
Yeah. All right. So now we're going to take our little threads here, twine, and we're going to tie them around the stems. And just pull the ends there. Okay, there's one. I might tie a little knot. Doesn't. No, don't tie the knot. Doesn't work. All right, I'm going to cut the tails. There's one. And then I'll do this one. Better get some water there. When do we get our advent calendars? Oh, she left. All righty. So now I have both of these ready. Now, when you attach this to the card, you're only attaching it to the bottom, okay? You're not attaching to the top because you can see here, there it is. All right, so you only want to attach the bottom. So there's three leaves here. So I'm going to use this as a guide right here. And I'm going to use this leaf as a guide. So I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to use this one and this one. So I'm just putting tape down in here. All right. So now I'm just going to attach. So I've got that leaf and this leaf as my guide. Oh, I must have got some on here. So I'll just rub that off. So I know what you can do now that I've got mine on. You could hold it in place and draw a line here, and then you know exactly where. To put the tape. Okay, and then you open it up like that. And then it's grateful for you. Grateful for you always. Now this, I'm going to use my foam strips. And they work perfect on this. I love these foam strips. We'll be using them when we're attaching the flowers on the next one. Sometimes the 1/2 inch is just a little too big or wide. Cindy, do you know when the advent calendars are going to be here?
I do not. I want to say in the past they've shipped in August. Does that sound right?
I'm thinking, because I'll have those cards to make as well.
Because I think the stitching advent sell in September, right? Because the idea is to have time to make those things in advance.
Yeah. All right, so I've got that all on. Oh, what did I do wrong? Oh, I see what I did wrong. Just take a closer look at it. Don't put that on yet. Because we're cutting this part out. This one here, we're cutting it out. My little scissors. Just cutting that big leaf off. So that leaf that was there, you're going to cut that off. Okay, don't put your grateful on yet. And then this one is going to go on the inside, and that leaf that we cut off, you're going to place that so that you see it. See that? So these all line up. So they all line up. There we go. So just kind of hold it in place there. You could even take a paper clip and hold it in place. It's all matched up, and then turn it over. And then you can see where you're going to be putting your tape onto the card. So all of this up here is going to have tape on it. So you can take your pencil and just draw a line like that. Okay. And then I'll take that off. So now I'm going to put my tape where I put that pencil on, and I'm putting it on the top, where the other one we put on the bottom. Whoops. And then I'm going to take this and match up those flowers. And remember that leaf is going to be sticking up. then it opens like that. Okay, now I can bring back my title, my sentiment. Make sure I don't have it with that. And put that on. Might help if I put it straight. And there we go. Ta-da! So pretty. All right. Why do I have one of these left over? You have an extra. Isn't that pretty?
It is super pretty. That spray of flowers is just so nice. It's like you feel like you're cheating because your focal point of your card is made for you.
I know. I mean, you could just put them on a plain ordinary card, but I just like interactive cards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you needed a quick card, you could definitely just do like the gold and pink layers, put the white die cut on the front and the spray of flowers and the sentiment,
Yeah.
and people would be thrilled.
Yeah. Yeah, you could just have it like this with the white circle.
Yeah.
Beautiful. How's
Or
everybody doing?
a vellum circle instead would be
Mhm.
lovely.
Everybody's concentrating. No one's
Yeah, I know.
answering.
They're letting me get lots of knitting done.
They're letting what?
Letting me get lots of knitting done.
So pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. All right. Now we're on to our last card. This is an oldie, but a fun one. All right. So we have a piece of gold, and that is for this.
Could you put flowers over the back? Anna asked. I'm guessing on that last card.
Oh, here.
Sure.
Sure. Yep. They might not, they won't fit exactly, but you could do something with it. All right. So you've got your gold, and then this is going on here. And we'll trim it up. You have 1, 2, 3 pieces of this pink, this size. You have 3 pieces of this size. You have a white and a pink for the back of the card. And then this is the mechanism for the inside of the box card. And then this is the box card. All right. So the thing that we're going to do first is we're going to make the box card. All right. So you're going to need your bone folder. And we're going to do mountain folds on all of the folds. Give it a good burnish. Okay, so now it looks like this. So you have a 1/2 inch tab on the right, and then you have your, I think these are 2.5 inches sections. Two-inch sections. Okay. Now there's another score line, and it's this one. And we'll fold it over as well. All right. Now on your instructions, here's the box here, right here. So there's the reds are our score line. This is a cut. So we're going to cut that little part out, and these are cut lines. Okay. So I am going to cut this part out. Okay. And then I'm going to cut down to that score line. It's kind of hard to see. I'm going right through the score line, just to that score line, first score line. Okay, so now it looks like this. You've got your little flaps here. And you have a tab here. I'm going to miter the corners of this tab. Like that. Okay, so I've got my mitered corners. So now I'm going to put adhesive on here, this tab. So I've folded the tab over and I'm putting adhesive on it. Okay. Now I'm going to remove that backing of the tape. All right. And then on the second, the second score line, I'm going to fold it over and it will attach to the side. And then you have your little box. And there's your little box. All right. All right, let's take this mechanism. All right, I'm going to fold all the mountain folds. So And then we'll do all valley folds to make it flexible. All right. I'll wait until you've done that. My hands are cold.
Warm them up in front of the fireplace.
Oh, is that a heater?
It's warm.
Woo!
Just stick your hands out.
Oh, yeah. All right. So it's pretty flexible. That's what we want. All right, if you look in the first picture here, right here, you see that we're going to be putting tape in the first section and the third section. Okay, first and third.
If you show them how it fits in there, it'll be very apparent where you need the tape.
So this is going to go like this.
And the person who invented that way of doing this is a genius. Because we used to do this with separate pieces of paper and it was quite a process.
Yeah. So this is just going to fit in here like that.
So you're going to put...
So it's going to fit like that.
Yeah.
And
so
then
if
when
you think of those little sections as 1, 2, 3, 4 and picture how they go in on opposite sides, that's how you're going to figure out where your tape is going to go.
Where you're going. Okay, so this one, we're putting it here. And we're not putting it in this section, but we're putting it on this section. Okay, so I'm going to put my tape there. All right, so now I've got it on the first section. I've got it on the third section. And now I'm flipping it. Okay, so now I'm putting it on the second section and the last section. So just opposites of what we did before. All right. So remember, we've done the first section and the third section, and then I flipped it, and I did the second section and the fourth section. And it's all here like this.
And this would be a great place to put a little liquid glue over top of that tape.
Yeah.
To make it easy to slide down into the
Yeah.
space. Do you want me to see if I can grab you some?
All right, so now it's going to look like this. So the one that has the tape on it is a mountain fold. And then this is a mountain fold, mountain fold. And then this is a mountain fold, mountain fold, mountain fold. So they're all mountain folds. And it's going to end up looking like that. Okay. Thank you. So they're all mountain folds. Mountain fold, mountain fold, mountain fold, mountain fold, mountain fold.
Well, they're not.
Well, they're
actually.
not. I lied. Mountain fold, valley fold, valley fold, mountain fold, mountain fold, valley fold. And it looks like this. Mountain fold, valley fold, valley fold, mountain fold, mountain fold, valley fold. So when you get it to this point, I'll show you how to insert it. This one's got a hole in it.
Okay.
I got it. Okay. So I'm not removing my tape yet. I'm just showing you. So it's going to go in here like this. So this end here is flush with the corner. And this end here is flush with the corner. And then these ones are on the sides. So it looks like that. Okay, this is the hardest part. And then once you have it like that, and they're stuck, you can fold it up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tape off, backing off, but I'm going to put some glue on my tape. So I have wiggle room.
And it'll just allow her to like kind of slip it down into the box.
Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue on here. And here. And then on those other ones. And this one. Okay. So now I'm going to fold it like this, and I'm going to put it in. I got that one in. And then I have this one in.
You could use your
Okay,
TV.
once I've got my sides in, just want to wiggle this over.
There we go. That was good.
Okay, so now it looks like this. I'm going to close it,
Yeah.
and it'll all stick. Now don't ask me to do this again.
You can hit rewind later.
There. There it is.
And we used to do that with like three separate pieces of paper.
Yeah.
This is way better.
Now I'll have a wipe, please. Thank you. Great. Pretty slick. You could do it both ways.
Elaine says, wow, it worked. Yes, it's like magic.
Pretty slick. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put these back pieces on. Okay, so I'm just going to glue. I'm just gluing this white mat onto the pink one. And I'm doing this first because this will tell you what the back of the card is. Okay. So now I'm going to put okay, so now I'm just going to put this on the back of my card. Whatever you want the back to be. And there. Okay, so now that stands up. And these ones fold over. Okay. So this is for your personal sentiment. Alrighty. So now we have 3 little ones here, and all the sizes are on your handout, and they're going on here. Okay. My butt's getting sore. You think with all that padding. There we go. Those are on, and then the larger ones go on the bottom. You're just going to put these on. I don't make enough of these. These are really
Box
cute.
cards, yeah.
Box cards are really cute. Yeah, I've done them with balloons. You can do like retirement and have, yeah, you can do all sorts of things with them. Okay, so now it looks like that. I'll just give you guys some time. While we're waiting for everybody to catch up, I'm going to put my A Bouquet of Joy for You onto my gold. So I've got that one ready. Okay, you can let me know when your box is ready to be decorated. All right, we're all ready? Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to trim off these flowers because they're too high and it won't fit into the envelope. So I am going to cut them. Where am I cutting them?
I'm gonna go just other than the death trap fire thing, just leave everything else and I'll clean it up because I gotta bring all the garage sale stuff down.
Okay, I cut them. See this leaf here? I cut them here. Right across here. All right, so that's where I cut them. So just right across there. And then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put it on the back of my card. Are they closing?
No.
Oh. What time do they close on Saturday? Oh,
I think.
lots of time.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm just going to put it in here. Like that. So it looks like that. I've put too much tape on here, but if you put too much tape on it, you can always put some powder on it or take your
Adhesive eraser.
yeah, your adhesive eraser. I take my finger. That's why I love this tape gun. Okay, so now it looks like that. And then I stuck, I'll do that after. I don't think we need that extra one there because then it's too high. So I think we'll just leave it like that. Okay, all right. And then I'm going to take this one and that one is going to go in here like this. Can you see that? So I'm just, this is the one I cut. So I'm just putting a little bit of tape on the bottom. And then it's going to slide in here like that. So what you constantly want to do when you're making these is close it up. Make sure it closes. Okay, you want to make sure that it closes. And that's fine. And then the next one is this flower. And that's going right here. Just a little bit lower so you can see that tiered effect. So I'm putting it right there and then I'm closing it and then it attaches. And I know that it'll work. Alrighty, next one is this one. And that one I'm putting here. It's going right there. And I'll close it up. So now we have all our tiered flowers here. So cute. All right. Now this front one, I'm actually going to use some of my foam tape. And I'm using my strips, and I'm going to put it on here. Okay. And then I'm going to put this one right here. Now the reason I pop dotted it, so I'm going to close this up, make sure it closes, is because I want this to just kind of tuck under there like a tag. Okay. So I'm just kind of putting that under there like a tag. Another thing I've done with these boxes is I've used acetate to hold things on. But look at that. Isn't that cute? All right, now we're going to put some flowers on the sides. I'm going to put this one here. And then there's another one of those. And then I'm going to use foam strips and add these. Do you want to go upstairs and see if there's any cards that I've made with this stuff on it?
Okay.
I think there is. So these I'm going to pop dot or foam tape. And I'll put this right here. And there we go. Close it up. Open it up. And there we are. Yeah, I don't think you can add anything here or else it's not going to fit in an envelope. This might even have to be trimmed a bit. But you can determine that when you're putting it in an envelope. But this flower right here, definitely, I think it would be too high, but let's have a look. Oh no, it would. We can add another flower at the top there. I'm going to go into my leftovers. So I'm going into my leftovers and I'm just going to put this flower under here. There wasn't any?
I don't see them, but I'm looking for them
Oh.
on the page, on the Facebook page. So I found one there.
There. So that should be good because it can be up to 5.5 inches, and this is only 5 inches. So we're good there. And this is a little more than 4.25, so we should be good there as well. All right, because it does look better having a little rounded part up there. So you had lots of leftovers that you can go and tuck in wherever you want. All right. Everybody keep up. And look at that. I said 2:30, didn't I? It's 2:30. I love these cards. All right, so we have our box card. We have our flip card. We have our pop-up front card. We have our, what would you call this? Panel card. We have our waterfall card. And we have our pop card. So we are done. How's that?
Awesome. What are these other ones?
Hmm?
There's more cards here.
No, those are my second set.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, that was fun, everybody. Fun, fun, fun. We did have a glitch, but we got over it. Glad you enjoyed it, Gail, Anna. So I'm going to upload this to YouTube. And so if you want to watch it, it will always be in YouTube. I'm just doing it public. And because I had some problems connecting with the other, so I'm not even going to worry about it. It's just anybody can see it.
You were going to show that first
Right.
mechanism again.
Right. Thank you, Lucy. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks, Darlene. We're going to be doing another virtual, of course, for Christmas. And we're hoping to do another virtual the end of August. And it's a Christmas one as well. And now just remember, if you're going, oh, I don't need all these Christmas cards, you can donate Christmas cards to Winnipeg Cards for Charity. And that's where a lot of my cards are donated. And I think they need about 4,000 Christmas cards.
Yes. Yes. So check your stash if you are overflowing with cards. There are other cards too that are requested. So
yeah, so
keep them in
there's
mind.
Always, if you like taking the classes but you don't need the cards, you can always donate them.
Gail Sermon said, "What's the pencil?"
But oh, right. Sure. I was going to show you this.
Oh.
So this, if you wanted to add some, I meant to bring my gems with me and I forgot. If you wanted to add some gems to this, you sharpen it with the pencil sharpener that was given, and you just keep that. So this is a jewel picker-upper.
Okay.
and it picks up. I meant to bring my jewels. So say I wanted to add some jewels here. Is there any jewels stuck around?
No,
No. Then you just use this tip and
there
it picks.
is, beside your camera is a needle. It might pick that up on the back side because I can see it.
Oh yeah. But I've got paper here. See how it picks up the
Yeah, it's
paper?
probably a waxy thing.
Yeah, picks up the paper.
Oh, another thing I was going to say, if you have not already, when you're signed into your YouTube account next, please like and subscribe to the Scrapbook Cottage channel, and then you'll be notified, or you can ask for notifications for when we put up new videos.
And it's the Scrapbook Cottage Winnipeg is the one that you go to. Scrapbook Cottage Winnipeg.
Is it the Scrapbook Cottage?
Yes, the
Yes.
Scrapbook Cottage Winnipeg. So anyway, so this thing is a jewel picker. That's your little present.
Oh, okay.
All right. Works great. Then when it loses its
Tackiness.
then you just sharpen it again. So that's what that's for. We thought that you could, if you wanted, you could put jewels on here.
Flat sequins would be really pretty, like a
Yeah.
gold or an iridescent. Yeah.
And have some jewels on here. So that's what that's for.
In the group, I posted another card that Marilyn made on one of her videos.
Yeah, and I might even have instructions for it. Who knows?
It was with that brick die
Oh,
and the frame, the brick and the frame die.
right. Yeah, so it doesn't need any
Yeah, it was pretty.
self-explanatory.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, gold pearls would be beautiful. Any questions? Marilyn had said at the beginning for the
Yes,
people who
peak
were
fresh
missing
gold
that.
pearls would be beautiful.
Yeah. People who were missing
I'm
that
going to
first,
show you that
mechanism
for the inside of the card that some people didn't get, and you can now go and score it and get it ready, and I'll show you how to do it. Thank you so much for joining us. I know a lot of you will be back. You've signed up for the Christmas one in November, end of November, and I promise I am not doing 20 cards.
That's the Spellbinders one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last year we did 20 cards, way too many cards. I don't know what I was thinking.
I made her promise not to do 20 cards again. I called it the Christmas card sweatshop.
Right. So I won't do that to you again. But anyways, these are very pretty. And if you don't already know, I do videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays on the Scrapbook Cottage. I do them live
On the Facebook page.
on Facebook page. All right. So that's another thing that you can watch.
And then they move over to YouTube.
And then I move them to YouTube.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, I do PDFs for them for handouts, which is in another group. And I usually have a link to that group if I do have a handout, but it's called Live PDFs. And so that's another group. And they have lots of PDFs there as well. All right. So thanks so much. I had really enjoyed myself. And
yes,
I just
our first time in our new little spot here, so
Yeah.
we ironed out a few kinks.
So here's the die again, and you can look it up if you're interested in it. It's called Make-A-Wish Arch Labels. And if you are interested in this, it's called Fancy Circles. And then here is the stencil. And the stamp.
It's here somewhere.
There it is. And here's the stamp. And this is where I got all the sentiments from. Okay?
And then in the die are the dies for the sentiments.
Yes. And then you already have the die to cut out the stamped images. And you have the dies to cut out all of these sentiments. Okay? So That's it. All right. Thanks a lot. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.